hope you're having a fantastic day. So, a little bit earlier, I was on the old internets here, specifically at Sephora.com, which is where we're still at right now. Um, but I was building a little cart for myself for the upcoming Sephora sale. You might be thinking to yourself, what sale are you talking about? Well, here's the thing. It's the fall savings event that typically happens in November. It actually usually falls right around my birthday. But it's usually at this point in the year. Actually, typically I kind of start imposing this. It's a self-imposed thing around the beginning, end of August. If there's anything that I need that I can only get from Sephora, I will typically end up just putting those things in my cart and then waiting for that Sephora fall savings event to come around. I usually manage to hit Rouge most years at Sephora. So that then gives me 20% off that I can use. Here's the thing, though, that I want to mention about what I think I see as a little bit of a fault here on Sephora's, but I think it's a huge fault. One, they tier the sale. So if you're not Rouge, you only either get 15% off if you're VIB or 10% off if you're Beauty Insider. But you can actually go to each of these companies, individual, personal websites where they also sell their products. And quite frankly, you can probably get the same discount there. Sometimes even better, you could go to Hourglass, you could go to, the Tatcha website, and just for simply signing up for their emails, or if they're, having a savings event on their website anyway, you can purchase the products at a discounted price there. I guess for me, it's just kind of tradition to shop this Sephora fall savings event. It's usually how I treat myself for my birthday. It is where I choose to pick up things that I need to replenish that I already love, or if I want to feature something on my channel that I want to review or whatever, I will buy it during the sale and try to save a little bit of money that way. So there have been a few things that I have wanted to buy in early September, but I went ahead and held off just because, like I said, I'm building my cart for the sale at this point. So all that being said, what I'm showing you guys here is actually stuff that I managed to talk myself out of. So this is a little bit of what I would call maybe like an anti-haul. I don't know if people really still do these videos anymore. I love this video back in the day. If you all remember, I think it was Kimberly Clark that actually came up with the idea for the anti-haul. And it was a great video idea because here's the thing. There's a lot of things that I can get suckered into, but if I just take a brief step back and look at the item and really think about it, usually I probably don't need it. So this video is a list of things that I was going to pop into my cart for the sale, but managed to talk myself out of. And so I want to share this with you in the hopes that maybe I can talk you out of getting these things. Maybe you don't really need them either, but you might not have this stuff on your list. You might have some other things, but I definitely encourage you to, really take a look at what it is that you are throwing in your cart and just kind of evaluating, do you really need this? Do you have something super similar already? Yeah. Anyway, so let's get into it. First off, I'm going to start with these absolutely gorgeous. Is it going to let me do a quick look? Oh, it is. Okay, good. These absolutely gorgeous Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palettes. Listen, they come out with these every single holiday season, and I have multiple of these. I usually get suckered into them because, one, I love the Hourglass powder products. I love their blushes. I love their highlighters. I even like their bronzers. I don't use bronzer super regularly, but when I do think the Hourglass ones are some of the most beautiful. But here's the thing. I have probably 5 or 6 of these from previous holiday seasons. And I probably have very similar shades as to what's in these new ones. in the palettes that I already have. So while I'm so drawn into the artwork, like this jellyfish one is so beautiful. I would probably wear every single shade in here. The leopard one, I'm pretty sure I would wear every single shade in this palette. But the thing is, these look very similar to colors that I already have in my single blushes or in my single ambient lighting powders. And I just don't necessarily need any more. Plus, these are now up to like 90 bucks a pop. I feel like the price point of these has slowly crept up over the years, and you know, inflation is a thing, so I'm aware that, you know, it was bound to happen. But $90 just seems like a lot, especially if you are familiar with the actual sizes of these pans. Like, they are small. So if I really wanted a blush from one of these, I would see if, you know, like maybe I could purchase it separately. But here's the thing, even, you know, if I could find something somewhat similar to what I already have from Hourglass, it's probably going to end up looking the same on my skin. Like, that's just the reality, is it's probably going to look the same on my skin. So I'm resisting them this year. And yeah, so wild. This one here, listen, I don't know why I'm so drawn to this, because bottom line is this is such a boring palette, right? Like, what? I already have shades like this in all of my other eyeshadow palettes that I currently have in my collection. Like, I have a beautiful matte brown like this. I have a matte brown like this. I have a matte brown like this. This is a bunch of beige and brown that I already have in my collection. Now, is it still a beautiful palette? Yeah. Would it be great to have all of these in one place? Probably. I don't know, something about this just speaks to me. I think how boring it looks, just for whatever reason, just draws me in even more, because I'm like, that's what I like. I like simple things that are easy, you know? Like, I wouldn't have to think about anything here. Like, I could look at this and probably put an eye look together with my eyes closed. But do I need another eyeshadow palette right now? No, because I just bought the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette, which I love. So I'm going to focus on loving that for the time being and not purchase this $70 Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette. But believe me, I keep looking at her. She's a beaut. Speaking of eyeshadow palettes, let's take a look at this. It's really pretty, isn't it? It's the Anastasia Fall Romance eyeshadow palette. So here's how I talked myself out of this one. I love all of these jewel tones. I think they're gorgeous. But the reality is, in this particular palette, I can just right off the bat, like, tell you 5 shades that I'm probably never going to wear out of this palette, even though I think they're beautiful. I really don't think that I would wear much of this Fireside. I probably wouldn't wear much of this Divine. Probably wouldn't wear Thorns very often. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful green. That's a beautiful, like, kind of magenta purpley shade. Probably wouldn't wear a whole lot of Mulberry, Crown, probably not. And Twilight, probably not. The thing is, I love this color story. I think this is perfectly curated and it's stunning, and I think that's what draws me in. But since I'm not going to wear some of these shades on any type of regular basis, it doesn't make sense for me to get this for these other shades that, yeah, I would, like this Midnight. Ugh, I love it. I think that looks so beautiful. I just want to put that on my lids. This smoke shade, like, just looks like a gorgeous shimmery champagne, right? And this would be such a pretty, like, crease shade, but this isn't a necessity, and so I'm skipping it. Yeah, I don't need it. Okay, this Youth to the People Superfood Gentle Antioxidant Refillable Cleanser Set. So here's the thing. I really like this cleanser. I have purchased it either once or twice in the past, not in any type of like recent times, but I have used this before and I like this cleanser. I really do. I don't love that it's in a glass bottle. That makes me nervous because I'm clumsy. And I don't mind splurging on skincare. You guys are well aware of that. But here's the thing. This is a lot of money to spend on just cleansers. And I do realize, you know, this would probably refill this, probably maybe not twice, but at least 1.5 times maybe. Um, so it is a good value, I guess, for what you're paying here. But that being said, do I really need to spend $84 on a cleanser? Probably not. I would rather put that $84 towards a serum or something that's going to stay on my skin overnight, something that is going to give me, you know, benefits for a longer period of time. This I'm washing my face with, and it's a great gentle cleanser, and I like it, and I actually really like the smell of this one too. But it's just gonna go right down the sink, right? Like cleansers aren't the area where I think you should necessarily splurge. So I'm gonna take my own advice here and not get this, even though it's tempting. I'm just not gonna do it. All right, you guys, this. It's the Tatcha Kissu Lip Mask. Now, the one that drew me in is the Deep Wisteria. They also have this available in their original, which I'm assuming is more of like a clear or at least a very light tinted pink. But it's this color that sucked me in. Isn't it stunning? However, am I going to wear something with this type of like color, even if it's just like a little bit of color payoff? I don't wear colors like this. I just don't. But I'm drawn to it because it's so pretty. But I have a ton of other lip products that I currently actually really enjoy. It takes me a long time to go through a lip mask, and I have several of them going already. I also am really kind of drawn to the City Lips Night Oil right now, and I'm using that quite frequently. So I really don't need a $29 lip mask, even though the color is absolutely stunning and I love the packaging and that's what's drawing me in. I really don't need this, and so I'm gonna pass. Okay, these. Now, these may still come home with me, but let's take a look because was it here or was it at Ulta? No, okay, so the pictures are here as well. So here's what kind of held me back. Do you see how gloopy this looks on the model's lips? Have any of you ever used these lip luster tinted lip glosses from Anastasia? I have never used these. So just seeing like how, like you can tell it's like settling into the model's like lip lines, and I have lines on my lips. I just don't know that I would really like the look of that. Now, if you have used these and you're like, oh yeah, they just put too much on, will you let me know? But these colors, you guys, the colors are beautiful, right? This guava and this deep taupe, like these are totally Melanie shades. I may still end up popping this into my cart during the Sephora sale. If I can get it for 20% off, I think it'd be worth it for the $23 that this costs. But that being said, I'm going to try to resist it. I still have, oh God, I have so much lip gloss, you guys. I took a look at my lip gloss collection, and quite frankly, there's some things that I should probably toss out. I need to do another lip product clean out. So I really have no business adding additional glosses, but these are quite tempting. I'm not going to lie. All right. The BareMinerals Jumbo Original Mineral Veil Loose Setting Powder. So, and this is also with regard to any bronzers that they're putting out or even their powder foundation for me. I have purchased these in the past because they are usually a good deal. Specifically, I love the Mineral Veil, but currently I have 2 containers of Mineral Veil in my backup powder stash that I need to get through. And honestly, even though these are like significantly larger, like considered jumbo sizes. The packaging tends to be somewhat bulky, and I end up not using that in my everyday makeup drawer because it just doesn't fit the little organizational system that I have in place over there. And then I just forget to reach for the jumbo one when I have it in my non-everyday makeup drawers. So I have my makeup divided. I have the Alex 9 drawer and I have the Alex 5 drawer. I pick things out of the 9 drawer to put into the 5 drawer. I don't use all 5 drawers for my everyday makeup. It's just like the first one, and then the second one just has like eyeshadow palettes, and then I store other things in the other couple of drawers that are left. But yeah, I just don't end up using these. I love them. They're a good deal, but it's that larger size that just makes it harder for me to like put it in the like everyday makeup drawer. And then they just end up sitting there for a long time. And then, yeah, they just don't get used. So even though I love the way that they look and I could just keep it out on my counter, it also just adds to more clutter. And yeah, I'm just going to resist it this year, but it is tempting. Just know that like, I think these are a great deal. And if you actually like the mineral veil, this is probably the best way to purchase it. Okay. This bad boy here. All right, listen, I really enjoy Oribe hair products. I purchased some products, not last year, but the year before at the Sephora fall sale. I invested in the Hair Alchemy line, and I really liked it a lot. In fact, I loved it. Like, that line is fabulous for my gray hair, and I've always wanted to try other shampoos and conditioners from Oribe. But when I really look at the price point for what I'm getting here, it's just a tough one, man. And also, as someone who likes to splurge, I think I would just like to see slightly larger sizes from Oribe for this price point is the only thing. Because the shampoo is, what is it? It is 8.5 ounces, which is considered full size. And I guess that's a fair size for a shampoo. The conditioner, you're getting less. You're not even getting the same amount, which I don't personally love because I actually usually end up going through conditioner faster than shampoo. That's only 6.8 ounces. It's considered full size. And then they are, I guess, gifting you, I guess you could say, a travel size of their Gold Lust Nourishing Hair Oil, which I would like to try. But that being said, and I know this smells like $1 million. That being said, I just could not justify this one. I think I would rather purchase like the jumbo sizes of my beloved either Pureology or my beloved Virtue, because I could get like 2 of the jumbo sizes from them for the same price point that I would get like an 8.5 ounce shampoo and conditioner from Oribe. So that being said, if I can ever get this Oribe stuff on a more substantial discount than 20% off, I will definitely try it again. But just for the time being, I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful about my spending, and I just couldn't justify that. So that being said, you guys, these are all things that I talked myself out of, and hopefully maybe I talked you out of getting these things as well. I might do another one of these videos because there's new stuff popping up every single day, and I really have to try to like resist it all. So anyway, let me know what you are currently resisting, and have you started building your Sephora sale cart quite yet? I know it seems a little early, but here's the thing, you guys. September is almost over. October starts next week. It's wild, but this has been the fastest year of my life, and I guarantee you the holidays are going to be here in no time. That's really depressing, but that's what's happening. So, all right, have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you all being here. Let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.